Did you know that Germany is almost a century younger than the United States? The US was founded in 1776, and Germany was not founded until 1871. However, it's complicated. Before that, what we now know as Germany was a different patchwork of different kingdoms, duchies, and city-states, all speaking German, but all independent with their own governments and their own monarchs. For centuries, they were loosely bound together by something called the Holy Roman Empire, which was more chaotic than Holy or Roman and was dissolved in 1806 thanks to Napoleon. Although the German states had already had a significant amount of autonomy within the empire towards the end. After that, the German states went their own way, but one rose above the rest. Prussia. Huge, powerful, and militarized. In 1862, Otto von Bismarck became Prussian Prime Minister, and he began uniting Germany under Prussia by force. First, it defeated Denmark in 1864, and then in 1866, Prussia defeated Austria, the other big German-speaking country. And in order to do this, Bismarck had forced the other northern German states into something called the North German Confederation, which was led by Prussia. Now, Austria, although German-speaking, was deliberately excluded from Bismarck's plans. He didn't want his biggest rival, which was Austria, to be part of a unified Germany, because Austria would likely then be the dominant power. And Austria had its own thing going on with its own empire to manage and was seen as a threat to Prussia. The Catholic southern states, like Bavaria, resisted at first because they didn't want to join a Protestant, Prussian-dominated Germany. But when France declared war on Prussia in 1870, everything changed. After a sweeping victory against France, German nationalist pride surged across the German-speaking lands, and public sentiment swung decisively behind unification. So, on the 18th of January 1871, inside the Hall of Mirrors at the Palace of Versailles, the monarchs of the various independent German-speaking states crowned the King of Prussia, Wilhelm I, as the first emperor or Kaiser of a united Germany. So, Germany was born. And also, interestingly, German leaders, this time politicians, not monarchs, would find themselves back at the Hall of Mirrors in the Palace of Versailles just under 50 years later, but for very different reasons.